And then tomorrow, far more low cloud cover, even some drizzle, only into the mid-70s. I'm KIRO 7 Pinpoint meteorologist Nick Allard.
It is 64 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Ursula Royteen.
Listen on your smart speakers, Amazon, Google Home, and Apple HomePod. KIRO Radio 97.3 FM. News and talk, powered by the Pacific Northwest.
The Big Lead is brought to you by 3010 Weight Loss for Life.
The Dori Monson Show on KIRO Radio. This is The Big Lead.
Oh, I'm happy to be here today. I have never been so happy to be at work as I am this afternoon, to be here with you, coming to you from the Carter Subaru studio, streaming on Facebook Live. Did I mention how happy I am to be here today?
It was a close call.
Oh, my goodness, I'm happy.
We're happy to have you back.
I wish there was a song that summed up how I feel today. If only somebody could put it to music, my feelings. Freedom does taste like reality.
I'm free.
Oh, man. Ursula, Nicole saw me right after my ordeal from hell yesterday.
Why was it so bad? So did you look? Because you said, oh, my gosh, you really felt like you were almost dying.
I was almost physically ill. Yes. I think that's what I said. I don't think I said I was
wow,
dying.
what the heck?
Well, we had all these high hopes of having fun with it too. Like you'd be able to call in and we'd do this like Dory
I
Strap.
was sick to my stomach.
Why were you?
It didn't work out.
Okay, let me just, because I got a lot of news to get to here. But so yesterday I had to report to jury duty. So I go down there to the, I parked here at the radio station about 7:30, took an Uber downtown. Had to wade through there are people just
It's scary going into the courthouse.
There are two Seattle cop cars facing in either direction. One guy's over the hood in handcuffs at 7:45 a.m., and there are people just screaming maniacally. So then I go in, and I report for jury duty. And so I decide...
You're in the big room?
I'm in the big room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Felt like I was in the big house. So I was going to do show prep because I had this fantasy that I might get kicked out by noon. But then I realized, well, that's not going to happen. So I just started trying to read my Kindle. But I'm just getting this wave of anxiety because I'm trapped someplace against my will. And so then they called the very first group. And this had never happened to me before. I'd done jury duty, but I'd never been called to the courtroom. I had never been in a courtroom in my life until yesterday.
Seriously?
I realized that as I was walking in. I have never spent 1 second of my life in a courtroom before yesterday. Okay, so they read numbers, and for the first case of the day, there are 50 numbers, and I'm number 32. And I'm thinking, well, that was OJ's number, and nothing's ever gone wrong for a number 32 in court. So I'm number 32.
That's actually sad.
And then I get up to the courtroom, and so they put 1 through 12 in the jury box.
Right, and for people who haven't done it, that's how. Then they start questioning them.
Right. Well, they start questioning all 50 of us. And so, and maybe, I know that this is routine to some people, but all this was new to me. So I'm doing all this as a public service announcement. So then they briefly explained the case. There was an accident. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
I think you can say, but it's not going to. You can say you're not on the jury.
And I didn't hear any of the details.
Exactly.
There was an accident on I-5. The couple that
Are you sure you should say this?
I don't care. What are they going to do? I have free speech. And the truth is my defense.
There's not. You're not on the. It's not going to influence anything.
Right, and I didn't hear any details of the case.
You're fine. Okay. You're fine.
So there was an accident on I-5. The couple that was the plaintiff, they're suing the guy who caused the accident, so he's there with his attorney, and they're suing the state of Washington. And apparently they were alleging that some DOT design contributed
Oh my God,
to this.
right there, you should have been booted within the first minute.
Okay, so then they start with, they start with the plaintiff's attorneys. Is there anybody here who could not be fair to us?
Oh, my God.
And I raised number 32. And I said, well, you're suing the state of Washington, which to me, and by the way, there were like 10 people who raised their thing. And first they asked for hardship. And I didn't have any legit hardship.
Yeah, but people do. I mean, so there's...
Well, so they got rid of like 15 people out of the 50.
Wow, that was an easy...
Oh, everyone had a sob story. It was just
because
people
even in my case, they didn't. But anyway, okay, so 15 people out.
Okay, so then, is there anybody who can't be fair to us, the plaintiffs? And I'm one of many who raises my card. So number 32 is up in the air. And I said, well, if you're suing the state of Washington, you're suing the taxpayers. And I have a real problem with, awarding, I go, monetary damages, fine, punitive damages. I think,
at this point, have they figured out who you are?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. They didn't
Yes,
say
okay.
anything. I said, but I will have trouble giving taxpayer money to you.
Uh-huh.
So the plaintiff attorney turns to the judge, and he had done this for a couple previously, and go, I would like this juror dismissed for cause. And
Well, the other guy's not...
For the two earlier ones,
Yeah.
I'd like number 24 dismissed for cause. And the judge goes, number 24, you may go. Number 28, you may go. And then he says, I'd like number 32 dismissed for cause. And the judge says, denied.
What?
Yeah. So now I'm thinking they're just screwing
Yes.
with me.
Wait,
They're
the other
screwing
two?
with me because of my radio show.
What did the other two say as their excuse?
Essentially
Pause.
the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm
Wow.
denied. I get denied. So now I'm thinking.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's hilarious. So now I'm starting to worry, and I'm texting Nicole, and I said, yeah, they're dismissing people left and right, and I ain't one of them. So now I'm starting to get a little nervous. Okay, so then the guy for the attorney general gets up, and he goes, is there anybody who could not be fair to our side? Number 32 goes up. And I was one of 4 cards that went up for that. So he asked, number 1, why could you not be fair? Number 18, why could you not be fair? Number 20, why could you not be fair? He doesn't ask me.
No way.
I'm the only one who doesn't get asked.
What?
So now I figure, well, now Bob Ferguson has told them to screw with me.
Yep.
I swear to you, I was the only one who didn't get asked who raised his card.
Or you were number 32 and they figured they weren't going to get to you.
Oh, I'll get to that. Okay, so then they ask some other question, and I raise my card. It's like 20 minutes later, and I'm holding my card up in the air until they call on me. I'm not going to let them not call on me. And I go, I want to go back about 20 minutes to when you asked if I could be fair to the attorney general.
No way. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah.
I said, I believe that Bob Ferguson is the most dangerous politician in our state's history. And I go, there's no way I could be fair to the attorney general's office. And he just smiles at me, doesn't turn to the judge and ask me to get dismissed. I am telling you guys, I am telling you guys.
They were toying with you because no way.
They were screwing with me. The judge was screwing with me. The attorney was screwing with me. The attorney general's guy. So then I figure, okay.
And no one is snickering within the jury pool at this point? Like, okay, we know who this is.
And I'm getting physical. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. They said the trial will likely last a month.
You did. You said it could be like 3 weeks.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking, well, I'll be off the air for a month. I'll have to, what am I going to do? Uber downtown every day? Oh, Lord.
That's ridiculous. What kind of speedy trial is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, no, there are trials that could go, you're lucky it wasn't
ridiculous.
months.
No, I swear to you, every second of this was constructed just to screw with me. So, I might have left the courtroom, and maybe they all burst out in laughter and said, okay, you can all go, we're done. Maybe it was all a sham. So anyway, then they have 12 in the jury box, and now they say, finally, are there any of you who cannot be unbiased? And 4 of them I can't be unbiased. And so then they dismiss 4 in the box. Well, she has to fill the box sequentially.
Right.
So it's like, okay, and they already dismissed a whole bunch, but there are 12 people ahead of me not in the jury box. So now 4 of them get moved in. So now there were 11 ahead of me. So now there are 7 ahead of me, but the jury box is full. Now the lawyers can do their peremptory drop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the plaintiff's lawyer says, the jury panel is fine with us, Your Honor. I'm thinking, well, I'm fine. There's 7 ahead of me, and one of the attorneys is fine. And so then the guy from the Attorney General's office, who was there just to get me, he says, yeah, we'd like to get rid of number 3. So number 3 gets up. Okay, number 22 take his place. We want to get rid of number 4. 4 get up. 25 takes his place. Now there are only 5 ahead of me. And then one of the people who went in, the plaintiff's lawyer, says, oh, yeah, we don't like the one who just went in. We want to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, there are 3 ahead of me. And we want to get rid of number 10. There are 2 ahead of me. We want to get rid of number 12. There's one guy sitting next to me, number 31. I'm number 32. And then they get rid of number 7. And number 31, who's sitting next to me, has to go into the jury box, which is like going to prison for a month. If you are seated on this jury, you are in prison for 1 month of your life, except it's worse than prison because they don't let homeless people scream at you on your way to and from your cell.
Just remember there are other people who, like me, were begging to get on that jury box. Okay, but keep going.
So then I'm literally the next person up. And the plaintiff's attorney says, the jury's fine with us. The defendant's attorney, jury pool's fine with us.
I cannot believe it.
I burst into a smile, and the judge who's sitting at the other end of the courtroom goes, boy, that was a close one for you.
He did?
Oh, you're showing your sexist
Sure,
bias.
she did?
She.
Yeah.
I thought you had already said that it was a guy.
No. So yes,
awesome.
She knew.
There's one that we have talked about recently, so I wonder if it was her then.
I don't know. But
that's hilarious.
No, it wasn't. I'm
sweating.
Literally.
Were you having like the whistling contest kind of sweat? You know, those beads like are flying off your forehead?
Yes. I got in the Uber. The Uber guy, I think, didn't want to pick me up because I looked like I had Ebola. I think I was bleeding out of my eyeballs by the time this thing finally wrapped up. So I get in the back of the Uber. Nicole met me here at the station because I had to pick something up. And then I get home. I took my blood pressure when I got home. Oh, plus there was bad traffic.
Oh, no.
I took my blood pressure.
Yeah.
Ursula, my BP's been really good.
It has been.
It was through the flippin' roof when I got home. It'd been like 90 minutes since I'd been released. I took it 2 hours later, and it was 120/77. It was fine. But I had worked myself into a frenzy like you cannot believe. And I'm telling you, and I don't know if
I cannot believe it got that close.
But I suppose if I had gotten bumped up, either attorney, and I tried desperately to make
someone was going to bump you.
I tried to make both attorneys hate me.
I know.
But like I said,
State Attorney General and State Transportation Department. I mean, those are like 2 that you
my main targets.
I can't even believe you got that close.
But then also the plaintiff's attorneys going after the taxpayers, which is one of my passions. So I tried to make the attorneys on both sides hate me. And I figured maybe if I'd gotten up to the jury box, one of them would have used a drop to get rid of me.
But then at the same time, they both have something for and against you. So maybe they thought you were fair.
Okay, but the fact that the judge, her last words were, you got close.
That
shows to me she knew who you were.
Knew.
Yes. And that's why I think they put me at number 32. I don't think that was some random draw.
No, because I was about 32 or 33, and I got nowhere close.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. And then it was all this theater that had been constructed. And the fact that the plaintiff's
like
attorney
the Truman Show
asked, yes, the plaintiff's attorney asked to have me dismissed for cause, denied. She wasn't going to let me go 3 hours earlier. She wanted me to sit there and sweat for all of my transgressions against King County, for all of my horrible misdeeds. I bet Dow Constantine played some role in how this whole thing was put together yesterday. And I guarantee you Bob Ferguson had some...
No proof.
Guaranteed. When...
This is funny, though, but no proof.
When I am one of 4 people who says I cannot be fair to the AG's office, and they asked the other 3,
that's crazy.
Why not, and then ignored me? Oh, jeez.
Hey, by the way, when you got home, did you check out your tires and the side of your car?
That's
all
a whole
good.
other story.
Oh, no.
No, but...
Anyway, well, welcome back.
I was that close to not being here, not only today, but for the rest of August.
Oh, no, you were going to be coming in to record that show at night.
Yeah. So then Nicole's idea at the lunch break, when I could finally call in, she goes, well, if you get placed on the jury, you can just record segments late at night and before you go into the court in the morning.
And everyone would have...
So I'm gonna be here. I'm still gonna have to do the show, and then
that's the sign of an excellent producer.
And then sit in purgatory for 7-8 hours in the middle of summer. I don't know what I would have done if I'd gotten seated on that jury. I truly don't know what I would have done. I don't know if I would have showed up today. I might have been in contempt of court.
No, you would have been on a jury.
No, I might have gone to jail for being in contempt. I don't know. Nothing. Oh, it sounded just awful to me. Oh, did I yap through the whole big lead?
Yes, you did.
Jeez. Okay, anyway, the bottom line here is... The thing is, if I was a cool customer, I wouldn't have let the judge and the AG's office know how much they got to me. I would have just come in here and said, jury duty yesterday, didn't get seated, no big deal. Let's get to the big lead. But I'm playing right into their hands because I know that whole thing was carefully manufactured. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to carry over the big lead into the next segment. I'm glad that you're there. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad we're together. And we have lots more as the Dori Monson Show rolls on.